Howdy, folks, and welcome back. Guess what? We just got home. So, where did we go on our trip? We went to, of course, we're in Georgia, so we had to go to Tennessee, Kentucky. We stayed overnight in Lexington. Then we stayed a few days in Detroit. Spent a day over in Canada. Then we went up to the Upper Peninsula, where the highest temperature during our stay was 60 degrees. But it was lovely. It was very lovely. It was beautiful up there. Then from there, we went down to Wisconsin, then to Iowa, Wisconsin, Minneapolis. We went over into Minnesota, hung out there a night, ate some delicious food. Then we went to Iowa, then Missouri, then Illinois, Kentucky. We spent the night in Paducah, Tennessee, Georgia, and we made it back home. Yahoo. So, let's see what has happened in the garden since we've been gone. Oh my gosh. I'm already like, we're going to have to do some work here. There we go. So, like these things in the cups are still hanging on. Barely. Some of them. Not all of them, but not all of these had rooted. But I can see we have not had any rain. But the peppers seem to be thriving and the okra. I think that's okra. I'm not sure at this point. Then we have the green beans. They look pitiful. They are really dried out. Some worse than others. Now it looks like maybe the deer may have been up here nibbling a bit. That's about what they looked at like last time they came up here nibbling. But, they really nibbled out here. Now our grass has not been cut here. But our neighbor, look at this. The front and the sides and everything that the county can complain about. Oh no, he did a lot of this too here. I guess just getting up into here, he mowed this. He didn't mow this in the orchard. We'll see. I mean, it's crazy. But no, we're fortunate to have some good neighbors. Well, the mint is taking off. That's good. And as are the ground cherries. Now, it's funny. The guy who I hired to till this area that's now overgrown again, he sent me a text day before. And James said that they seemed to be dormant for a long time, and then all of a sudden they took off. So this is a mimosa tree somehow growing in here, and they are highly invasive. They have little fluff ball flowers that smell like watermelon. They kind of look like it too. They're a pinkish color. But yeah, I need to get out here and trim and transplant this mint. So, let's see what's going on back here. Kind of nervous about this. So, I can see my other garden bed didn't get built while we were gone. So, I guess I'll end up building that. Wow, we got some peppers here. They're turning yellow, but look how cracked the soil is. It's so dry. Oh my goodness, all my peppers kind of died. Wow, or got eaten. That is a possibility, but I heard deer don't like pepper so much, but maybe they're desperate because I'm looking at this ground. It looks terrible. Look at this, y'all. And this looks like, I don't know if this is a bocchino. It's blooming. We have blossoms here. I don't know if that's a ground cherry or a bocchino. It doesn't look like looks more like the ground cherries up there than the any bocchino pepper or anything. These peppers here are overdue. So let me just take these off, because nothing's going to happen here unless these are picked. So Huh? Got come home to two peppers here. You see that? Yeah. Sun's kind of in my eyes, so I can't see. The rosemary has taken off. Sage is suffering a little bit. I don't know what that is. Some kind of melon, something or other. That may be that petite melon. Things that are in here, I don't know, y'all. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, they're making a comeback. But it looks like the deer may have been in here for sure, because there's nothing on this. And that's kind of the mark of a deer. But the rosemary has taken off all of a sudden. I really need to get my herb garden going. These tomatoes are really happy, taken off. But again, I don't know what some of these are. And this thing has really taken off. Now this is a, I don't even know what that is anymore. That is a grafted tomato. And it looks like, for some reason, I don't know if something got in there or what, but a grafted tomato. But they're starting to take off too. Obviously, I have some work to do after. I think I need to take care of my lawn first. So, look at this. Holy cow, y'all. I'm not going to go in there. I think we locked it. But we have okra in there, tomatoes. There we go. Tomatoes are going great. The okra, I have one leaning over because it has a big old fat pod on it over there. See if I can zoom in. That one right there. So once I get that pod off, it should be happier, I think. But yeah, these tomatoes are looking pretty good. I just gotta get that other those other beds done and filled, and also need to tackle all those vines growing up on the fence there. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I can't even open the gate. Oh. Let's go down here. Now, I invited some people to come over and blueberry pick. And then I had also invited my neighbor, because I think he's mowed this lawn twice. And I told them to come over here and get berries. Hopefully they did. So, whew, it's hot, but there is a nice little breeze. A nice little breeze. But it is, yeah, the grass is tall back here. So maybe tomorrow I'll get out here and get this mowed. Get her done. But yeah, this one, it looks pretty bare. I think it's done. There's a couple, but it's not going to be very edible. And then some low. This one still has some also low that are coming in. Still tasty, a little dry. That one's done. Oh, this one's still loaded. Good. You never, I didn't know what I was going to come back to, y'all. It's crazy. We do that. We plant stuff and we leave. It's, I don't know. Nothing. I gotta get out here and get these weeds. And the orange is getting too big. See, now these, they're putting out a lot of growth. Just not putting out any fruit. Gotta figure out what's going on there. But yeah, this orange tree is getting too big again. His main stem. Craziness. I want it to grow shorter and more out. So I gotta clip that off. Get that energy going back into the plant. A couple figs. Not many. A fig there. They're gonna be a while yet. I think. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Some figs. But that's not my best one. This is the best one. And the figs are getting really big. See, now I need to get out here. I need to get out here and cover all these. Look, holy cow. That branch is just covered. I was hoping I'd have some ripe ones. And if I do, well, I've never seen this covered. Look at that, y'all. Oh my gosh. That is insane. They're everywhere, up the entire, just clusters on every one. And there's some clusters that are even deep in there. Oh, look. There's one that kind of ripened. Birds have already found it. It looks like they may have attacked one up here already, too. But we had some that were really, really early. I wish they'd just stay on the upper third. But we had some that came really early. And then some that came really late. And look, there are still babies coming in. It's about the size of my fingertip. Let's see, this blueberry bush is still covered. Look, I still have a lot on here. So I should be able to get some quartz out of here. I hope. If I stop eating them on the spot. This one's well covered too. I think I need to bring some water out here though. Looking at that soil. Are all my pears gone? Yes, all my pears are gone. Fudge. Oh, they dropped. Some dropped. I wonder if some dropped and some got eaten. Look at that. I think it's just been really hot. They had that 116 degree heat index. Mealy, I guess they call it. Look, our blackberries are going crazy with new growth. There are plenty of fat blackberries down here. But the new growth, my goodness, all those early rains this year. Too mealy. Too mealy. Yeah, blackberries are everywhere. And these are thornless. So we can go in there and pick away without worry. I love them. No pawpaw ever showed up here. Do we have any left here? Yes, there's a pawpaw there. Some fat pawpaws here. Those are going to be ripe any day now. That limb's really heavy. I think there's another, there's a pawpaw over here too. There we go. The only fruit tree native to North America that is tropical. Some pawpaws there. I think I missed those earlier. I didn't know those were there. They can be elusive, but they'll drop when they're ripe. And then you got to pick them and eat them fast. Or freeze them. Process them. This fig also going nuts. But these figs don't get as big. So every branch is just covered. covered in them. The persimmons, they are holding on for dear life. And we're losing some. We have some droppage here. There. This one, there are a couple over there. A couple over here. But, you know, it's still loaded. Still loaded. Look how big that one is, y'all. That's a big one. That's a big one. Here's my hand. This is my fingers. It's about a 3-finger right now. It's big. It's big, big, big. Holy moly. So we might get some persimmons this year. Oh, that would be lovely. After losing them all last year to the rain and heat and everything. Oh, it'll be great. It'll be great. Wow. Still so many holding on. Yeah. Now I'm surprised the deer hadn't tried getting these. Down here, they're so low. This one's big. And that one compared to my little pepper here. Kind of hard to get a perspective. There you go. So happy. But, you know, I've had some drop. So, there's that. This one has 3 drop. Again, it could be the deer, but I don't know. With these here and not eaten, I don't know. Maybe not. The peach tree, it's making a comeback, y'all. So I need to get out here, especially now that it's dry, and cut these way, way back. Way back. I don't know if I'm going to cut this one back to here or not. I'm not crazy about that being on the underside. That one, yeah, I have to cut this back severely. Severely. And maybe an extra branch, take that off. Leave it at 4. But yeah. Oh no. Pretty amazing how much fruit we're going to have this year on here. And if I get back out here to these blackberries, let me see what they're doing. Because, wow, a lot of new growth on these figs. See, now these I didn't pinch back. But, you know, the miracle of pinching. I bet I could probably get some. Take that top off there. It smells so figgy. So I took that top off. What is it? Sorry, y'all. Leaves get in the way. There you go. I took that top off. And now it'll push out a bunch of figs. See, that one has a bunch of tiny ones. Reminds me of Brussels sprouts. There's so many on the figs these days. Worked up a good sweat. The birds have been working on this though. See, usually the blackberries, I get the low ones and the close ones, and Long Arm Chris gets the ones that are way back there. But we're gonna have a lot. Now, all right, y'all. I guess that's it for the tour. Ain't much happening since we were gone, other than nature doing its thing, and it did it pretty well, I guess. It did it pretty well. So maybe the birds eating all that stuff too. Maybe they'll poop and, you know, create new little plants for me. That would be great. where I was going to plant corn. I was hoping that would still be available, but it's kind of grown over. So that ain't going to happen. What are they doing? Are they putting new stakes out? I guess not. They have a weird yard layout, so it zigzags. Here's Mr. Chris. He's going to go get some dinner. I'm so tired of eating out, y'all. But I'm not cooking tonight, because I just drove 8 hours. I do all the driving to give Chris a break. He drives every day to work, to and from. So, y'all take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.